Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're fundamentally shifting how you perceive color in your food. We're counting down the top 10 cheeses with the absolute most bizarre, unbelievable colors on Earth.
I mean, think about it. What if I told you there is a cheese out there that's naturally jet black? Or how about one that literally glows electric blue? Your very first thought is probably, oh, that's definitely packed with artificial food dyes, right? Okay, let's dive into this.
Because you'd actually be completely wrong. None of this is artificial. Every single bizarre color we're about to see is the result of fascinating biology, raw chemistry, and even geology, just wonderfully rendered visible right on your plate. Kicking off our countdown with numbers 10 and 9, Nature's bizarre color palette.
Coming in at number 10, we have Red Leicester. Now, it gets this incredibly deep sunset orange color from something called onyto. It's a vivid, natural pigment extracted from tropical tree seeds. And the ironic thing here, cheesemakers started adding this way back in the 17th century just to standardize the look, essentially creating a cheese that looks totally artificially colored using a completely natural ingredient. Moving to number 9, the legendary Roquefort. Those striking electric blue-green veins aren't just random mold spots. Cheesemakers actually pierce the solid cheese wheels with needles. So that blue mold is literally a direct visual map, a biological record of exactly where the oxygen traveled through the cheese. It's like a living respiratory system.
All right, let's transition from living biology to raw chemistry and deep earth materials with numbers 8, 7, and 6. Chemistry, ash, and black.
At number 8 is aged gouda. And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer magic of the Maillard reaction. Over the years, this chemical reaction naturally darkens the paste from golden to a deep burnt toffee. But the best part? It creates these glittering, crunchy tyrosine crystals that literally look like tiny diamonds embedded right into the cheese.
Then we have number 7, morbier. This one has an incredible origin story for its iconic black stripe. Back in the 19th century, cheesemakers would just take fireplace ash and use it as a protective lid over their morning batch of curds to keep the insects away until the evening milk arrived. What started as a highly practical hack just became this permanent, beautiful aesthetic. Number 6 takes that darkness to a whole new level, Nero Siciliano. They rub the rind with completely flavorless activated charcoal. This creates a shockingly graphic, jet black matte exterior that totally transforms the visual contrast. But wait, it also entirely alters the cheese's bacterial profile during fermentation, so the color actually changes the flavor chemistry. Now, things are getting wild. Let's escalate into numbers 5 and 4, the color-shifting chameleons. Coming in at number 5 is ubriaco. They actually soak these entire wheels of cheese in wine grape marc. Depending on if they use red or white wine, the cheese develops this gorgeous deep purple or rose gold gradient seeping in from the outside. And that visual gradient, it tells you exactly how the cheese is going to taste, right down to the slice. Number 4 is Bryn d'Amour. Now, what's really interesting here is the sheer contrast. The outside is this living, wildly colored crust of rosemary, fennel, and juniper berries. It basically looks like a miniature Corsican landscape, but then you cut into it, and it reveals a stark, pure white snowfield of a center. We are down to the final 3, focusing on colors so aggressive they barely look like dairy anymore. Numbers 3 and 2, traffic cones, and rare ground. Number 3, extra vieille mimolette. You look at the outside, and it's this dusty, gray, cratered moonscape, which, fun fact, is actually created by microscopic cheese mites eating the rind. But cut it open, and boom, it is aggressively, fiercely electric orange. Honestly, it looks less like food and way more like a traffic cone or a high-vis safety vest. Next up, number 2, brunost. Get this, the people of Norway eat a staggering 4,000 tons of this stuff every year. They make it by boiling down milk whey until the sugars actually caramelize. The result is a crazy, translucent mahogany brown block that contains completely unique scientific compounds you literally will not find in any other food on Earth. And finally, we've reached the climax, a cheese so bizarrely colored, early buyers genuinely thought it was completely spoiled and dangerous. Number 1, the unbelievable number 1. The absolute summit belongs to Humboldt Grove's Humboldt fog. The way the vegetable ash layer perfectly interacts with secondary mold colonies on the rind is just wow. You can literally get up to 6 distinct colors in a single slice. We're talking pure white, blue-gray, ash black, ivory, pale green, and even silver, all happening at once. The color palette is so intense, there's actually a famous story about it. A major magazine photo editor got the photos of Humboldt fog and aggressively demanded that the photographer take the filters off the images before publishing. The photographer's absolute mic drop response? There are no filters, no color grading, no enhancement. What you see is exactly what the cheese looks like. So the crucial point is, nature's palette is way weirder and brighter than we give it credit for. It makes you wonder, right? What other natural biological phenomena have you falsely assumed were completely artificial? Think about it, and make sure you stick around, because in our next explainer, we are diving headfirst into the crazy world of extreme food textures. You definitely won't want to miss